Ew, I look so beautiful. Hi, how you doing?
I want to start this video by wishing you a fabulous week. If you are new and this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I hope you stay, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, like this video, dislike it, whatever you want, comment, basically support the channel if you want to. If not, I love you anyway. I was meant to record 2 videos last week. As you may or may not well know, I upload videos every Monday and Thursday, but last week it didn't happen. It just didn't, I couldn't. But today I got all glammed up for you guys. I did it for me. This is a video I've been wanting to do for such a long time, but I've kind of been holding it back on purpose because it's such a sensitive topic to talk about, and I'm so passionate about it that I kind of had to give it my all, and I had to be in the right mindset to do this properly. You know, my ideas had to be okay in my brain, and I had to kind of be able to express myself without me being too excited or too sad. With me, that doesn't really happen. In order to discuss this matter, I kind of need to be in the middle. And today I am, so hi. Ladies and gents, having a rhinoplasty is a life-changing experience. It can be a positive or a negative life-changing experience, but it is a life-changing experience. I do not know any of you on a personal level, therefore I'm going to generalize things for the most part. If you are going to have your first rhinoplasty, or if you've already had one and this whole thing is really new to you and you're experiencing all these post-op thoughts and moods and situations that are not the easiest ones to go through, then I hope to help you with this video by sharing my own experience. My very own post-op roller coaster ride, which most of us go through. I had my primary rhinoplasty in September 2018 to fix my breathing as a priority, as well as the bump on the bridge of my nose, possibly make it straight from the front. You know, that was really starting to bother me as well. As I said, I had my surgery. I vlogged the whole thing, thinking, oh my God, this will be my stepping stone to the success of my YouTube channel. I will look amazing, breathe, finally, oh my God. And that's when everything kind of went downhill for me. Things only got worse from that day. I had a huge, horrible nose, full of bumps. I kept being told that it was normal due to swelling. However, it was simply the most... what's the word? I can't even. Around 3 months post-op, something happened. I noticed a dent on one side of my nose, and that became more and more noticeable. I slowly became more and more depressed. I became obsessed with looking in the mirror 24/7. Feeling like I was in the wrong body, like what has happened to me kind of feeling. What have I done? I am a different person now. It almost felt like my life was over. I remember doing that. I found myself taking selfies every single day. I would switch off the lights and just cry. And hopefully you're not going through this, because if you are, I totally get you. Of course, my doctor assumed that I needed a revision. So what did I do? Yeah, I went back to the same doctor for a revision. Yay! What? I do not know what I was thinking. End of February 2019, I had my revision. But I could tell you that this was not a very invasive surgery because I had hardly any swelling and my nose looked very similar, but the dent was gone. Only to find out that 2 weeks post-revision, that same dent was back. Yeah. That experience kind of took over my life and I was miserable for the most part. If you'd like to know about my whole story, I do have that here on my channel. It's called Revision Rhinoplasty Part 1. I'll link it down below. And on the 23rd of November 2020, I had my revision rhinoplasty with Dr. Yuma Taskin. So I had my primary with my doctor in Portugal. Then I had my revision rhinoplasty with the same doctor. Nose was horrible again. And then I decided to wait a year and a half before I could get my nose fixed, hopefully for the last time. So by now, you would think that I would know how to deal with post-op blues, depression, because I've been through it twice. You'd have thought that, right? Wrong. Because I don't think it matters how many times you've gone through it. It happens every time regardless. This is way more serious and traumatic than it initially seems, because you'd think, I'm gonna fix my nose, it's nothing big, it's just my nose, it'll be fine after like 4 months. After 6 months, it will kind of be my final result. I'll just handle it, I'll just deal with it. It's fine. I know that it's gonna be swollen and then it eventually calms down. Everyone has swelling, it's normal. And it's normal to have uneven swelling. And it's normal that my nostrils are gonna look this way and that way. But then when it actually happens and it's in the center of your face, and you have a mirror to look at every single day, because when you wash your face, when you brush your hair, whatever. And that is really challenging because it's not something you can cover, really. Another thing that most people do not understand is when you go for a rhinoplasty, you are going to change the shape of your nose. Whether it's a massive change or a small, tiny little detail on your nose, it just shows that you are really into your nose. So you knew exactly what you wanted changed or what you didn't like about it. So your eyes in your brain are really focused on every single detail of your nose. Meaning that any imperfection or any change that happens, no matter how small it may be, you notice it because your mind is set for that, because you go and look at your nose because you knew exactly what you wanted. You knew what it looked like before, you knew what was wrong with it. And that's why today I decided to share what it was really like for me. As my second revision, you would expect me to know how to deal with ups and downs and swelling and post-op recovery. But I actually wasn't ready. And of course, uploading my whole experience on YouTube made it a little bit harder for me because I always wanted to give you that confidence and give you strength. All the ladies that were watching me and that were like, oh my God, I'm gonna go with Dr. Taskin because of you. And oh my God, you gave me strength to finally go for my 5th revision. And oh my God, you gave me so much hope. Now because of you, I'm finally gonna get my nose done for the first time. I'm gonna go for this change because I need it, blah, blah, blah. And that kind of put so much pressure on me. And I didn't want to tell you guys what I was really, really feeling on the inside. Even though I was as honest as possible, like when I felt really good, I would pick up the camera and record that day. And I wanted to give you the best side of me, but I did kind of hide the weak side of me. And there's a huge weak side of me. I'm not the strongest person in the world at all. I am not that brave. I'm just, trust me. But I do have that thing where people look at me and say, she's so confident, she's so full of herself, like she has this manner. And I do. I have that high, you know, that kind of whatever. But in some way or another, I am confident. That's why I'm here. You know, because I have a daughter. I want to teach her to be a strong woman, to become a fearless woman. I'm on my way, but I'm not there yet. But I wanted to see that side of me. So I try not to show her that side that I also tried to hide from me. But today I'm going to share with you some of the times that I felt not my best. Hello everyone. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. Today I decided to show you guys how my makeup routine has changed. Hello everyone. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. I've been having weird feelings. Hello everyone. That is really bothering me. That is so loud. That. Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. If you're new to my channel, I hope you stay and subscribe. What is this? Is this normal? That is reality and that is me. One day you're really happy, the next day you're really sad. One day you're like, this is the best thing I've ever done. I love my nose. I'm in love with myself, and you just want to stare in the mirror for hours. The next day you're actually crying about your nose because you hate it, because you found that one side looks 1 millimeter bigger or longer than the other, and you found a spot on your nose that you think it's a bump, therefore you're going to need revision and go through another surgery. Then you hate yourself because why weren't you happy with your original nose? Why were you so physical about yourself? And you live with all this regret for 3-4 days, and then you're like, actually, whoa, my nose looks cute today. And you go message your doctor and say, thank you so much, you've changed my life, or you've given me my life back. I am the happiest person alive. Then 2 days later, there's a bit of swelling and you're like, what have I done? This is scar tissue. And then 1 million people will be like, oh yeah, I had that, and then it went away. 2 people will be like, there is something completely wrong with your nose. You're gonna need surgery. And then what most people will do is go look at old pictures of themselves and say, I was so much prettier here. Why wasn't I happy with myself? And then 3-4 days later, you're like, oh my God, I've never felt prettier in my whole life. Finally, like, yes, I'm living for my nose. And then, yeah, gosh, I'm telling you, this is the reality for many of us. It's a roller coaster. Absolutely the best word to describe it. Now, I'll start off by sharing my very own experience because again, I can't really talk for others' experience apart from mine. So here I go. 2 weeks post-op, I removed my tape in front of you guys. I was over the moon, so happy. I honestly think that was one of the happiest days of my life. I haven't seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything. I don't know how it looks right now, but you can see how it looks. I can't. I'm having mixed emotions right now.
We were holding on to something that we both know couldn't work, so we should try to say goodbye. You know we had our problems, so now we have to try to move on. Baby, you and me, we're so messed up together.
I'm speechless. As soon as I took my tape off, I just felt like
I get over you.
I don't know, I'm so excited. I'm genuinely so happy with my results. I never thought I'd ever be happy with my nose, and I am. I honestly think that was one of the happiest days for me. Throughout this whole experience, that was definitely one of the best feelings, was to look at myself in the mirror and see a much better nose than I had before. Something that I actually thought looked pretty. I remember being really happy with it that same day that I recorded the video for you guys. And then I removed my tape, as you saw, and went to bed, and I didn't tape my nose again. What I did not know was that I was gonna wake up the next day with a massive nose. I just thought, okay, it is swollen right now, but I didn't think that it was gonna get bigger. So the next day it got bigger, which is completely normal. When you remove your tape, the swelling kind of whoop goes like that again. It's very normal. But yeah, I wasn't kind of ready for that mentally. So I remember the following days, I was not as happy as I was when I removed my tape. I was a bit like, okay, I'm not gonna wear makeup because I want it to heal as quickly as possible, and I don't want to add any product on my nose. I was super cautious, and I still had some of the stitches there, so I didn't want to mess with it, basically. And I just remember seeing my nostrils even more uneven than they were on that 16-day post-op. So I started to just be like, okay, this is just swelling, it'll be fine. But inside, I felt sad. It was probably the 3rd week post-op, I started to become really sad. And I thought, oh my God, like, why am I becoming sad again when I know this is just swelling? But I was still sad. So I kind of went back to the same old routine of mine of grabbing my phone and taking selfies. Very depressing looking selfies. I was like, oh my God, no. Is this really my nose? Is this really how big it is? I can't, no. Yeah, but it was, and it's normal. I was just taking selfies from every single angle just to see how ugly I looked, basically. There's no point in doing that, but I was doing it. And the more I took pictures from every angle, the more I saw the asymmetry that was happening with my nostrils. And I was like, no, this is uneven swelling, it's normal. But it was kind of a fight between myself and I, which was just quite unhealthy. Then that was the 3rd week, full of selfies, full of sad times, I remember. And then 4th week came, and this was Christmas time, and that's when the selfies carried on. I carried on feeling miserable, and then I was checking with my friend Gina. I was sending her like lots of WhatsApps, and we were discussing our swelling with each other. She kept telling me that it was normal. She was also swollen, so we were kind of sharing our experiences with each other, and she was sending me pictures of her nose to make me feel a bit more comfortable that, you know, she was also swollen because she had surgery on the same day as me. But my nose was just uglier. Like, yeah, moving on. So I remember being so kind of frustrated with it that I taped my nose for like 2 days, and I told her, like, I'm gonna tape my nose. This swelling must go down for Christmas. I need to look good. I'm gonna take pictures, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, no, I don't like having this tape on all the time. So then I decided to only tape it at night. So I remember removing my tape one morning and noticing that something was off. My nose was hurting me, like on this area here. It was very sore, very hot, and just not the best feeling ever. And it kind of was getting worse by the day. And this is when I caught that infection. So I made a video for Dr. Taskin and sent him pictures, and he told me that was definitely an infection. So I went to the hospital here and they did confirm it, and I was on antibiotics. That got sorted, and I remember feeling so happy on Christmas Day, I think it was. So this was like 2 days after taking my antibiotics. I felt so much better. The swelling had gone down so much. It looked really swollen because it was getting infected, but that went down super quickly, which was amazing. I felt so good. And, you know, I was able to take a few pictures throughout Christmas, but, you know, my nose was still swollen. But I was really getting so much better. I think from the first month to the second month, it was a huge improvement for my mental health, huge improvement for my moods. I was happy for the most part and very, very positive. And I actually didn't mind that my nose was super swollen because all the uneven swelling started to go away very quickly after that month. So 1.5 months post-op, I felt really happy and just overall stable, I'd say. And then at 2 months post-op, I was so happy. I was like, this is only gonna get better now. I already love it at 2 months post-op. I wouldn't even mind keeping this nose forever. Like as it was on my 2-month mark, I was just so grateful. Because I had a very crooked nose before. I don't know if you've seen any of that footage, but if you do know, you know, that changed everything. So I was just very grateful. And even though I don't have a defined tip or whatever, I'm still extremely grateful for the fact that I have a symmetrical nose, which was very hard to believe for me at the time. And I was finally getting my things done and my workflow was just amazing because I was happy until one day. I was around 12 weeks post-op when I went to look at my footage and guess what? There's a bump on my nose. I was recording another video and when I went to look at the footage that night, I noticed there was a bump on my nose. This. If you're waiting for that skincare video, something that just wasn't there before. I edit all my videos, so I pay a lot of attention to every single detail of my face, and it just wasn't there. I hadn't noticed in the mirror, funny enough, but I did notice it while I was recording, therefore I made this face. And that's when I became, again, very depressed and up and down every single day. So this whole thing happened around Valentine's Day, my partner's birthday, and my birthday. It's all a week apart, basically. And I just wasn't able to celebrate it as I wanted it to, because I just wasn't in the best of moods. You can't control when you're just not happy with something. So in order to kind of be happier throughout that week, I decided to tape my nose. This is another thing that a lot of people do. They'll tape their noses so they don't have to really look at it and look at details and look at anything that may be happening underneath the tape. So it's a good tip if you are currently recovering from a rhinoplasty. If you really don't want to be obsessed with details over your nose and you don't want that to affect your mood, tape your nose. It doesn't hurt. It helps with swelling immensely, and I strongly advise anyone, I strongly advise you to tape your nose as much as you can. Of course, only if you can. In my case, I'm just at home and working from home, and I have a lot of freedom with that. And plus, we wear masks everywhere we go now. It honestly helps. So again, I messaged Dr. Taskin because that bump really worried me. That bump was actually an infection and he told me to take more antibiotics. There is a video on my channel about this. It's I think it's called 13 weeks post-op, another infection, something like that. It's there, you can go watch it. But yeah, so I just felt really depressed again for that week. And from the day that I found my second infection up until today, it has been a bit of a challenge because every single day that I look in a mirror, I expect the bump to go down. And that's why taping is great, because when you tape your nose for, let's say, a week or something, you don't know what's happening, so you don't even care. But of course, my job involves taking pictures and recording videos, so I do need to look at my nose and look for improvements. So last week, I felt really happy about my nose. And a few days later or something, I was just like, oh my God, something's wrong. And I have second thoughts on certain options that I may have gone for that maybe I shouldn't have. And yeah, just be ready, guys. This is a hell of a ride, and it's not going to be over as quickly as you probably initially thought. If you're thinking about having your primary rhinoplasty, make sure you really need it, because this is a hell of a ride and it's mentally draining.
I removed my cast yesterday, but I feel super amazing.
I don't know, I'm so excited. I'm very, genuinely so happy.
I have days where I message Dr. Taskin and I'm like, thank you so much, I love you, like kind of thing. I don't actually say that, but you know what I mean. And then I have other days where I'm just like,
hi, I hope you're all doing well.
ew.
I wanna be a weekend lover.
I don't wanna meet your body. Guys, tell me that's not the coolest thing you've ever seen. Hey guys, I thought I'd let you know that I feel a little bit better. Also having a little bit of a breakdown with my nose. Thank you for listening. Sorry if I sound super negative.
I'm still happy with my nose. It is still swollen, even though the makeup makes it look so much better, but I am very happy with it.
What is this? Is this normal? I'm fine. I'm great. I can't stop staring at my nose in the mirror. It just looks so good, especially with makeup. But like, I can honestly tell you that this is probably the best day so far since I've had my surgery. I feel so good.
I just think that in theory, we all know what we should do, but in reality, we can't help but have these feelings that we have and these mood swings that we have. You probably don't have it, but I'm saying a lot of people do, and I'm just one of them. I know this video was a complete mess, just like the past 3 months have been for me. Complete mess, and that's just me in general. But yeah, I hope that I can help at least one of you by sharing my experience and make you did you hear that? And make you feel like you're not alone in this. And if you're thinking about having surgery, then you know what can happen to you, that this is a possibility. Hopefully not. Hopefully you're stronger than me mentally, but I'm just not. I'm the worst. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but I do have a cold sore on my lip. I felt very sick and I was very depressed last week, to a point where I couldn't get out of bed. I was just in bed, I was reading my book. And I am enjoying it a lot. I love love stories. As I was saying, I was in bed and I was very depressed, couldn't get anything done. When I decided to get out of bed, this cold sore happened. And I thought, now I can't record a video because I have a cold sore. But I was like, no, this cold sore ain't gonna stop me. I'm gonna get up and show up. And here I am. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Don't even know if you can see it, but if you can, I'm so sorry. I am. I'm not sorry. It's a cold sore. And I didn't want to mention it in the beginning of the video because then, if you hadn't noticed, you would have been staring at my lips throughout the whole video to try and see my cold sore. And I didn't want that, so that's why I only told you now. Okay guys, I'm gonna go now. I hope you have an amazing week. And I love you all so much. Don't forget to like or dislike this video and leave a comment down below, anything. What your favorite color is, or perhaps share your own experience with rhinoplasty. That would help more people even. And thanks for watching.
Welcome to my channel.
I'll see you all very soon.